Hello, my friends. Happy Independence Day. Independence Day is not just important for American citizens, but for the whole world. Because the United States has inspired many countries to embrace democracy and the rule of law. I hope that one day countries like China will be free like the US. My family and I are very happy here. Thank you, America, and thank you to everyone who helped us to live here. Thank you, my friends.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Barefoot Lawyer Reports. My name is Will Detheridge. I am the producer of this series, and joining me today, as always, is Chen Guangcheng. Today, we're going to take a little bit of time to reflect, or for Guangcheng to reflect on what he appreciates about the United States of America, since it's the season of the 4th of July, and some advice that he has for Americans and the United States in preserving the freedoms that so many countries like China under the Communist Party do not enjoy. My first question is, how did you learn about America growing up in China, and what do Chinese people, or at least what did they think about America when you lived in China?
In fact, at that time, the internet not very strong.
Right.
When I was a boy, I have to use the radio,
radio.
short wave radio, to listen to the news from a foreign country.
Mm-hmm.
That is very helpful to understand the whole world's situation.
Right.
And that helped me to understand more, not just get the information from the Communist Party's mouthpiece. So the Communist Party don't want you understand more what is the truth.
Right.
Yeah, so that helped a lot of the Chinese people to understand more about this, about the democracy, about the freedom of speech, about freedom media, like that. So, and even at that time, some people tried to listen to the radio from Taiwan.
Okay. Wow.
And so they tried to understand that under the authoritarian regime and under the democracy system, what's different for the people, for the people's life, right? So, that is a good way to get information. And of course, later, some family have a TV. So the people, for example, 1989, when Tiananmen Square, before Tiananmen Square, a lot of people use the video and the TV to know the news. But after that, the Communist Party did a lot of censorship about the media. So looks like no way to get more news, just use the radio. But later, the internet grew up strong and strong. Then the Communist Party used it and used the apps to share the information. So that helped a lot of people awake. They understand democracy much more better than regime. So in China, that is the way to understand. Of course, later, because Falun Gong developed the new app to help the people climb the firewall,
the internet
to get
firewall.
the free information. Just because a lot of people tried to get the truth, use the internet, the Communist Party tried to create the great firewall. And then they have to use the app to climb the firewall.
Right.
So until now, the great firewalls higher and higher. the people try to find a way to get the free information.
To get past the firewall.
Yes, yeah.
Wow. So a lot of the information that you received about America from these radio stations and then these internet apps, you say that a lot of them were from Taiwan-based information centers? Or...
Yeah, before, Taiwan have a good radio. Yeah. In fact, that is the U.S. helped them to create it.
Oh, wow.
I forget what time, maybe 1950s, like that.
Right.
So that still work now.
What do you admire most about the United States of America and its democratic system?
Oh, yeah. I think since we came here, we have we have freedom.
Yeah.
So we can do what we want.
Yeah.
And for the life, for the job, until now, no one told me, oh, you can't see this, you can't see that, you have to see this, you have to see that.
Right.
That is very good. And of course, when we just came here, sometimes they tried to try to influence me.
Right.
To stop to see this, to try to see that.
Yeah, to control what you said.
Yeah. But I refused.
Good for you. Yeah.
Yeah. So if I refused, looks like no way they can continue to do that.
Yes.
This is a different in mainland China.
Right.
My meaning is not that is not there are not some influence or control.
Right.
But under the democracy, you can say no.
Right.
You can refuse.
You can refuse people telling you what to say. Yes.
Yeah, they can't use violence to force you to do something.
Right.
But if you live under authoritarian regime, if you refuse to do something the Communist Party want you to do, they will punish you. They will put you in jail. They will house arrest you.
Right.
So that is very, very different.
Yeah.
So I think we can make the U.S. This free land better and better. Of course, in the U.S., until now, of course, the democracy system is the is the best, not bad, right? The meaning is that is now, until now, that is a good system, but still have some flaws.
Yeah, so it's
not
like,
perfect 100.
Yeah, it's not perfect, but yeah.
Yeah. So sometimes some problem happen we can't resolve, but until now that is a good system.
Right.
But for the future, I think we should try to make America better and better.
Right.
Then send the democracy to anywhere in the whole world to help the people have their human rights.
Right.
And no one don't want freedom, right?
Right.
Everyone wants freedom. Include the Communist Party's member, right?
Right.
They want freedom too.
Yeah.
So I think now looks like in the U.S., the Communist Party influence very deep. A lot of the U.S. people, all the officials, all the companies, they tried to use the big market in mainland China to get money.
Yes.
So just think the money, they ignore the justice.
Yes.
That is the problem. I think the U.S. should be trying to do to make some law to help the companies stop to
prevent them from doing a lot of business in
business, to stop to sell the high technology
to China,
to the authoritarian regime,
to the Communist Party.
And if they do continue to do that, the Communist Party will use the high technology to build a system to control the people, and use the high technology to develop weapons against the black.
Right. Yeah. So one of the issues that you've also mentioned in previous episodes of this podcast is the issue of censorship and how it's rampant in China right now. And you've mentioned a few times that it concerns you that even in the United States, censorship is rising. Can you talk about why you're concerned about that?
Yeah, I think 5 years ago, the censorship only happened under the authoritarian regime, right? But now that happened in the U.S. too. That is a big problem. You know, before the U.S. can ask the Communist Party stop to do the censorship, should be give the people freedom of speech, right?
Right.
But now in the U.S. they do the censorship. Of course, the extent different, but still happen.
Yeah, and
right?
Mostly large corporations who are doing it. Before we end, is there anything else about the United States that you've particularly, other favorite things about living in America that you've really come to appreciate? You mentioned, of course, freedom of speech, but any other things that you've really grown to love here? Yeah, of course. The nature is very, very good. Beautiful country.
Beautiful country. And the environment much better.
Oh, it's much cleaner than
much cleaner. In mainland China we see the country is still there, but no forest.
No forest.
No mountains. No mountains, still green. The Communist Party destroy all the mountains, the forests, the water. No river is clean.
Wow.
So that is another very, very different. In the U.S., if you follow the law, you can do anything you want. You can do everything you want. But in the U.S., if the law not give the government permit, they can't do anything.
Right.
Wow. But that is the biggest difference.
Well, thank you guys very much for joining us on another episode of the Barefoot Lawyer Reports podcast. We hope you guys have a wonderful Independence Day for those listening in America. And if you want to support the podcast and keep following Chen Guangcheng's continual fight against the oppression of the Chinese Communist Party, please visit our website at cua.edu/chr. Thank you guys very much.